So one of the things I looked at was, well, what we call a web forum now. In those days we didn't have the web, so it wasn't a web forum. So that students could in fact be involved with each other and with themselves through the web forum. So if there were questions they wanted to ask and so on and didn't want to ask in class, they could do it. And that really worked out quite well. And I think that students, when they see you going out of your way to do things like that, really appreciate it. I also, in my classes, give them a limited choice in terms of evaluation. I came across an article which said, to reduce your workload, increase the number of tests, which was an intriguing headline, but it works. So instead of having a midterm and a final and maybe a written assignment, I now have 3 in-class tests during the term and the final exam. The student then has to do 3 of the 4. So if they do test 1, 2 and 3, have excellent scores, then I don't need to know anything more about them. They don't need to prove anything more to me. They don't need to write the final exam. If they want to replace one of their marks, then they can take the final exam, but the catch is the final exam counts and then the next 2 best. So in this way, a lot of students have got to make a choice. And what is interesting is it cuts down the number of final exams tremendously. Very rarely more than 20% of the class will do the final exam because they're satisfied with their mark, and the other thing, it gives them more opportunity. But again, it's the element of choice. Even with a written assignment, I will normally give them a term paper choice for 20%, or they can do what I call micro-themes, which is a nice little thing I came across from, I think, originally developed in English. Basically a 4x6 file card, 150 words, and you just write down your ideas in it, and they can do one of those. I give them a topic each week, give it to them on Friday, they've got the weekend to write them up, give them to me on Monday, and then I'll mark them and hand them back on Wednesday. And it's an amazing sort of feedback, because if there are problems, inconsistencies, you quickly get that back. No more than usually 1/3 of the students will do that. But again, it gives them the choice. They've got a choice in the number of tests they do, and if they don't like the written assignment, they can always come up with other ideas. I'm open to it. So I think that students really appreciate the fact you go out of your way.